Hello, I am Lavi, or at least I go by that on the internet, and this video is about the pilot, to my new indie show, Dolls and Thralls, so I hope you enjoy. Also, if there's any cuts in this video, it is because I am a bit sick, so yeah, please, bear with me, and I'm very sorry. Also, if my voice sounds a bit scratchy, then I'm sorry about that. So yeah, now on to the video. So, Dolls and Thralls is a new indie pilot I am currently in the works of making. And it is a psychological horror and kind of a sci-fi. Our main character is named Alter. She is a doll type of character, or a plush, kind of, depends how you consider like a cotton-filled doll. And she is kind of like confused about what's going on. You'll see why she's confused, or at least get hints. She wandered somewhere where she should not be, theoretically, and now she has to kind of deal with the consequences of her actions. However, she also kind of suffers an existential crisis. Though that part will definitely not be in the pilot, it'll be way later on, so you'll have to wait for that part, but don't worry, trust me when I say it'll be good. Now, our second character is named N. And no, not the N, it's spelled E-N. I watch Murder Drones, I know who you're thinking of, but I came up with the whole character for N a little bit before N from Murder Drones, actually got shown, so I'll leave it at that. Now, N is a bit narcissistic and kind of a gaslighter. They are the leader over everyone in our pilot. So you get to see why that's not very good. Now, the second side character I'll be going over is named Mimi. She is a mannequin type of character, and she loves to dress up. She is quite hospitable and generally nice, but also a little quick-witted. Quick to think of things. And that is a good thing and a bad thing, and you'll see why. It's not entirely a bad thing. They generally get along with Alter, and as well, Kill not so much. Which brings me on to our next character, Kill. Kill is a kind of like a humanoid cat type of character. Reminds me of Animal Crossing almost. His design, I based him slightly around that of Raymond. Yes, I'm biased, he's my favorite, but Kill is quite a asshole, honestly. He's not the best. You definitely would not want to be friends with him unless you were looking to start some trouble. And with N being the leader over them and all, he hates N. Mimi he also hates, but not as much. Alter, you'll have to see, I guess. It slightly depends how the story is going to be written after the pilot. I have a few ideas, but we'll have to see. You and me. Now, as for teasers for this show, I will be uploading them to posts and on shorts. If you want anything recent about me, it will be on YouTube posts. Also, I'm sure you're curious about when the pilot's going to come out. And for that question, I don't really know. I have an estimate for you, but not a definite as of right now. It won't be as long as your typical pilot, as far as I'm aware. Though that might change, I'll let you know. But my estimate for its release date is about in a year, roughly, or by the end of this year. Though it might be shorter. It just depends with free time and whatnot, because I've been quite busy as of recently. I will let you know, though, at some point, because who wants to wait, without knowing how long they're going to wait for? Cough, cough, most indie shows. Not their fault, though. Not their fault. Animation takes a while. Okay, if you made it to the end of the video, I have a little secret for you that only you'll get to know. I'm going to tell you now, it's not exactly just 4 characters in this show. There is a secret 5th one. Now, they won't be important in the pilot, and to be frank, the pilot's going to center around 3 characters mostly, and a little bit of 1. But the secret character will be shown at some point in the pilot. I hope you can figure it out. If you can't, though, you'll just have to wait. because they will be important later on. So, that's all for me. Hope you have a good day. Goodbye, and I hope you stick along for the ride.